So hello everyone, Monterey, welcome to my review of Zero Kara episode 4. It's super late now, it's past 12 here, so yeah, this episode was very late, it was dark here and so on. I can speak super high and super silent, so to be a little louder, a little less louder usually. But anyway, this anime is so hard to judge, and I plan, as I mentioned in my live, so I want to do like one of those should you watch or not reviews of this anime, right? And I plan to do it this week after episode 4. Episode 3 for me was a little uneven. I kind of go through with like watching an anime 3 for episode, give everything a chance. Then you drop it or not, or maybe say, okay, I watch it when it's finished. And this anime is so hard to predict, even this episode as well, because I felt like, wow, this was a pretty good episode. Like, this was not a bad episode. It was pretty good, easily the second best episode. Last week was much better, I think, but it was the second best episode of this anime so far. But it was like, wow, they really progressed the main story. Nothing. And I've been saying this since episode 1, that this is an anime that you likely want to binge watch, an anime that you want to say, you want to have like this anime is finished, or I'll say it next season or next year or something. You want to watch like, 3-4 episodes at a time, right? Maybe the whole thing. And it felt like this again. Because this episode was good, in sense it was funny, has some, nice characterizations of the characters. So it's like, yeah, you felt pretty good with the characters, and you felt how Beast Fallen is trying to be friends with people, and and see learning about love and so on. So you felt kind of heartwarming by it. But in the end, if you look at it as a storyline on a 12 episode anime, it's like, wow, this episode brought nothing to the main story. Nothing. It's a second. Only the last second was like, oh, it's burning here. The end. They pretty much could have, left City A, right? Had, him, going around, getting the flower in the head, get City B and be like, oh, everything is burning. That could have been the same story then, pretty much, because everything in between there really didn't bring us much. We learn little about how the book works. We have different application, how you relate to the books and so on, and a little about Albert, but very little, like your parents of bird, but very, very little about that. And the other part really didn't bring us anything. So half episode was kind of like this, meaningless, without padding, right? I have to say that. Even though I enjoy it, even though it's kind of funny, the last 5 minutes or so actually were pretty boring, I think. The fun in the beginning, especially when we're still in the big town, right? So you have the sex slave jokes, you have the penis joke, and yada yada, demons, cuck or something, and I was like, great comedy. And there was some heartwarming the kids and so on. But after that, we saw one more human he gives some flowers on. So after that was kind of like, yeah, no, do nothing. So that is a little bad, right? And it's absolutely the perfect anime for second. Absolutely not. There's so many better animes. Not necessarily this season though. It's a pretty one of the better animes this season, I think. If you ignore like the big three, the big major like Attack on Titan, My Hero, and so on, the super names that everyone's watching. It's an anime that most people probably watch if they're into anime. And it's kind of like, it's one of the best I've ever seen? No, not really, but it's okay, right? But I do have to say, I feel that it probably is better if you watch it more than one episode, because the feeling I have right now is kind of unsatisfied. I was kind of like, I want to watch more of this. I was like, yeah, finally something happening, really happening. Oh, it's that. Obviously, it's gonna be the ending there, but it's kind of like, you want to watch more, so it's not bad to say. So I would recommend saying anyone not watch what I mean, it's horrible. That's what I mean. This episode is pretty good. I say it's again probably the second best episode. I probably give it like a 7 out of 10 probably, but it didn't progress the main story at all, right? 0% main story progress. You see one last scene there, the last half minute pretty much only. Nothing else at all. I mean, like there's a little about like Zero and Beast Fallen, Murder Mercs, love, romantics. I suppose she saw her his dick in the beginning. I was like, nice dick and so on. So yeah, I guess that's somewhat. But the problem is this anime. But I guess this is really, because it's all about dear, of course, dear duo, dear relationship. It's also very important, but also it's an adventure anime. So you want to see adventure, you want to see magic, you want to see this world being created for you, this world building, and it's like, oh, Zero world building. It's like, like nothing happened. So it doesn't really feel very fantasy for you, right? This could be any order. It could be a school anime, and you see two weirdos being. It could be like Torador or something, right? You see this is a big guy and a small girl going around and being friends, right? Something like that, right? It could be anything really. Setting is really mad. So I'm not saying that's bad, but it's kind of like it's kind of uneven, right? It's very hard to say this anime. It's very hard to say if it's a good or not. I mean, obviously it's good, but is it the best? No. So it's kind of where is it? Somewhere in the middle. It's not mediocre. It's better than mediocre, but it's not the best. One thing though I have to say, I'm looking at the anime again. For this review, I rewatched the anime once more after the live reaction for this review, right? And I took some notes, so I was thinking, man, actually, one thing that was anime to get is the scenery. I mentioned the live reaction, but I was thinking again, it's like, wow, this scene, the rainbow, the cave I mentioned, the kind of little hut thing they have in the woods. The anime does that very, very good. So that's something this anime is definitely good. If you like fantasy, if you like that, so I would recommend people more with that. I'll do my like real review of the anime, like the halfway review of the anime. Should you get on the train of it? Like if you like fantasy, if you like that, you probably will like this anime because they are good at creating the scenic background, right, of the settings, of the stand and tone and people design and look. That's really good. But especially then like the rainbows and the rain and the cave, everything shaped there was very, very good. Not a good anime there because I mean obviously it's more still frames, but like very good, very beautiful. Imagery, right? That damage was very good, and that helps for the adventure part. So even though nothing actually happened in the adventure storyline, we still see them traveling through these like beautiful sceneries. So it gives you some kind of a little background, like a mental, subconscious mind of, oh yeah, we travel the world now. So that's good, but it's kind of like I have played so many role-playing games in my life, guys. Like I'm a paper. Like I written a book about JRPG games, right? So and I pretty much own every JRPG. So obviously I do get the feeling there. This is kind of like running between two towns, and we see this like Dragon Quest cool world or some kind of waterfall islands, or like that, right? I do get that feeling. I mean, I played more than like 300 JRPG games in my life, so I do get the feeling, right? I can recognize that. But the thing is that is just kind of like you grind some monsters and you get to the next place, but I liked it. It also wasn't fantasy enough for me, actually, if I might say so. So I maybe went down on that, but I feel like yes, very nice imagery, maybe better than word scenery, very nice scenery, just imagery, whatever you call it. But it's all kind of down to earth actually. There's no like flying islands, nothing like that, nothing. So I actually think about it's very beautiful, but it's not. It's kind of like I rewatched the anime, used the last 10 minutes, just watch the world like growing for them, and it just looks like Earth, but it's greatly drawn, right? So that's kind of iffy because if you run around like a Dragon Quest game or Final Fantasy game or something, and you fly around in the world, right around the world, and ignoring the random content and so on, you are gonna find oh, this place is weird. What is this place? Where's the item over there? Like there's nothing really explore it because we can't control it here, not to really spot. Maybe I missed something, but I did rewatch it like twice and I didn't really see anything really special. I mean, it's very beautiful, but it wasn't like, oh, that detail over there, that might be a hidden treasure. That is what you feel when you actually play an adventure fantasy game, right? So it's kind of like good and also not good, I would say. Maybe because they're pushing it too much with magic. So it's very hard, very tricky episode. But overall episode, I mean, the whole part with the kids really cute. The whole part with like getting this, necklace. It's like, I don't want it. Because it's like, he don't want to make friends. It's like, hey, I can take it. And then hides it that way, protects it. That part's of course funny. And the whole, that was a good setting though. They have this beautiful rainbow. So I mean, it's beautiful. The background are very beautiful in this anime. And they have the rainbow there, and Sirius like, you want to try that kissing thing again? What, with you? I'm like, yeah, who else would you kiss? I was like, no, you're silly. And that was nice, it was funny, and it was a perfect setting for it. It's a great, beautiful scene, right? And it's like, let's try kissing now, as you mentioned earlier. So it had some parts there, but otherwise the episode really didn't bring us much. Right? It taught someone about Zero. And as always, she's very like non-sexual, very like, oh, what's love and what's kissing? Oh, we have to assume that he has a huge, weird, dick. He's a beast man, so we have to assume he has a huge thing probably, and it's probably weirdly shaped. And she's like, okay. So yeah, okay, I don't mind having a dick in my face. It's like, yeah, I've seen it before in my life. So yeah, so always this kind of weird main character. And also he's super good at everything. And so on. That's kind of the weird thing with Hirokara, I think. Not uncommon, not extremely uncommon, but still, we have a main character that already starts out as Gara. She's already pretty much the strongest character probably in the whole world. It starts out at number 1 already, and she's like, yeah, okay, did this thing, oh, burn this thing, oh, get food here. It's like that part was great. Like, did you learn the magic? Did you create all those spells to get better food? maybe. So yeah, like that's why I became the best magician in the world, because I was hungry. I wanted to create food. It's like, yeah, that's a great. Their only real motivation is food, right? Getting back her book and eating good stuff. So overall, I mean, a decent episode. I think people definitely overhyping it. They're like, oh, it's so cute. But yeah, I get it. I was such a heartwarming with the whole kids and him healing, and he was like healing in his secret here, and all those parts is good. But it's really isn't like. I felt it definitely could have done it in at least half the time frame, if even that. The first half is pretty much like it's funny, but it's living on the old jokes presented by the last episode, so it's still really hilarious. It's sex slave joke and so on. I laughed all the way through, at least that. But then the second half is just like scenery. Oh, and his burning bodies. Right? Like, what the hell? So yeah, like I want to watch more, but I don't really want to say like, oh yeah, I want to do it now, right? It's like I really wish there was episode 5 or 6 or whatever it is now. 5, yeah. Well, 5 is 4 now. 5 to watch now. That's what I feel, right? And that I don't think is a good sign actually. It's a good sign and a bad sign. It means that I need more, and I'm saying it, I say it again, I'm repetitive with this, but tomorrow I'll do this like real hard review, and then I say like, okay, this is a good anime, but you probably maybe want to watch it when it's over, or you maybe it's something good to a weekly, maybe like a bi-weekly anime, you want to watch like 2-3 episodes each time, more than one. Or like it's a good adventure if you like fantasy. I don't know. It's just very tricky for me. In the end, I get episode like a 7 out of 10, and it's just pretty good, but it's really deal. It's heartwarming and it's funny, but at the same time, they really should have pushed something in the storyline. Maybe it's a lot of hints I missed, but I don't think so, because they just do very little about Albus, or a little about her, of course, living in a cave. But there's nothing really new there, except that she don't know parents. But I think that maybe. One problem I have with the whole anime, I guess, it's very predictable. It's very predictable that she's not afraid of some kind of beast dick. Like, she's like, yeah, okay, yeah, I've seen this. I've seen demon dicks. It's kind of like, yeah, she has no parents. Like, yeah, I live in my cave, do this time. That's very predictable. You can guess that from a character. She's a very predictable character, actually. And of course, she's going to be, I'm going to try to kiss beast guy later on because whatever, I want to try kissing. And so he's like, I'm jealous. I mean, no, it's happy for them. So yeah, obviously, everything is actually kind of predictable in that sense. It's actually very, like, you have seen this before in other animes, or generally, like, JRPG games, or whatever, right? Role-playing, especially fantasy games. You've seen it before. It's very not innovative in that sense. So yeah, it's an okay anime, I guess. So, see you guys next week. Have a great day.